talking to our brother, Emmanuel Robinson. Greetings, brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being so patient. Many bloopers and practical things happening on this end, but to Yah be the glory. We
Hallelujah.
regular life up in here, and it is okay. We are not fake or phony, and we thank Yah that in this stage of our lives, we have put off all manner of foolishness and phoniness. We can be real with our brothers and sisters. So we are just grateful that you came to join us today. So the first thing that we always ask everyone is, how has the word of Yah changed your life?
Well, it has changed my life in many ways, like as far as my surroundings, who I hang out with, what I listen to, what I watch, how I speak. So it's been a big part of my life because ever since I started my journey, I can see how I have grown as a man just because being introduced to the word of Yah and knowing who he is. So yeah, and I'm
Okay.
doing good.
Well, that's a blessing. Now, when you were saying basically that you like to watch your gates now that you are in tune to the word, it just kind of reminded me of that children's song, "Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see, where you go, and what you
Yeah,
do." For the Father up above is looking down in love. It's funny because that is a children's song, but we can truly apply it today in this life because of just like what you said. You could turn on some foolishness on TV, and before you know it, you are fully engaged in a program that is spouting out all kind of things like homosexual content, all kind of cursing. And we know that the word says evil communication corrupts good manners. So that relationship and that communication that you have with that television can definitely corrupt you. And before you know it, it's like, wait, why am I cussing? Or why do I want to cuss this person out? Why am I having road rage? You know,
yeah.
so it's definitely a good thing that you are taking heed to changing what goes in your gates. Can you hear?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so talk to us about your musical journey. Now, at what age did you know that you had the gift of music?
Okay, so I was in the sixth grade, so I would say like 11, 12.
Hmm.
I joined a band. My first instrument I played was music, and I've been in band ever since sixth grade and through college. And that's where I really grew like my passion for music because when being in like jazz band and marching band, you get so many different genres of music, and it's just more than words at that point when you're playing an instrument. It's actually like rhythm, you know, synchronizing beats and how certain melodies and chords go together to make up a whole song.
Mm.
So it grew from there. And then as I got older and out past college, I realized that, I have to find something that can keep my attention like the marching band was or the jazz band was whenever I was in college or in high school. So I started, writing down lyrics and then, just rapping over rapping over instrumentals. And then when I was able to get enough money to like buy the equipment so I could start recording, I did.
Hmm. Hmm. That is amazing. Now, you said all the way back at age 11, that's when you recognized your gift. Now, was that with a song or was that with playing an instrument?
That was with music in like a whole because music can be different type of things. So I learned that I had a gift in music then, whether it was having an ear for for different sounds or even the gift of playing my instrument or having good vocal cords or just being able to put together certain words to create a song.
Hmm. Okay. Now, what instruments, if any, do you play?
So I started off on trumpet and I played trumpet for 3 years, and then as I got into high school I got switched from trumpet to trombone. So I played trumpet, trombone, and I could play a little bit of euphonium slash baritone. And I'll, yeah, that's about it.
Okay, well, that's a lot. It's more than a lot of us, I would say. Do you have some instruments that you would be interested in learning that would encourage your musical journey further?
Yes, so the bass guitar, uh, keyboard slash piano, even though I know a little bit of that, but I'm just not good enough to say that I know how to play that. So yeah, keyboard, piano, bass guitar, sousaphone.
Okay. Well, piano oftentimes is basic. I know a lot of people like start learning the piano when they are maybe 4 or 5 years old or something like that. But I don't know why parents don't broaden their horizons concerning the piano because there are many instruments that are similar to the piano, like maybe the xylophone or the vibraphone. I really think that those instruments kind of go untouched, but they're similar to the piano. So I would think that, parents would kind of tap into that because I think children would be a little bit more interested if they had a little diversity in their variety. Do you think so?
Yes, I totally agree because um, I would say that's kind of the reason with me, as far as my parents, putting me into a music program. Even though it wasn't probably piano, I was able to learn. When I learned the trumpet, I was able to learn a lot about music. So if you put your child into keyboard lessons or let's say guitar, because I think a guitar and keyboard are quite similar. So if you put them in them type of lessons, they can get a grasp of what music is, and
Mm.
they can be abroad as they get older because they can just not only learn how to play piano, but they can learn many variety of instruments with starting at piano.
Wow. So do you ever have the desire to teach music at all?
Uh, I wouldn't necessarily like. Okay, yeah, but teaching. When I say teaching, I would rather teach like the basics of music, not actually like teaching people how to play instruments, but rather teaching people like the difference between the notes, like your whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, 8 notes, 16 notes, and how to count them, and how you can use that within whenever you're singing or you're rapping or you're creating a song.
Well, how important are the basics when you want to make music? There are people that just kind of fly by the seat of their pants and just start doing things. Do you think the foundation of the basics is important when wanting to make music?
Yes, it's totally important because say I was to make a rap song, I can by using like an 8 note or a 16 note, I can tie those two together and it creates a flow, what people will call a flow. So that's how important it is. So if you learn it at a younger age, when you get older and you start to get into things like that, you're creating a flow will be way easier, and you can just mix and match what type of flow you want to do. So I could do one flow here, and I could do another one here, which makes a unique sound when you create music.
So it's probably like I would attribute it to putting together the pieces to a puzzle, kind of like this walk, kind of like scripture, kind of like this life. Yah gives you the gift of music. He puts that down in you, but then you have other people around you that can add to the puzzle to make it complete. So then, therefore, you have something to actually present.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's excellent. Well, what would you say to older adults like myself? I mean, like me, I think that I started my musical journey probably in elementary school, like a lot of people of my era. I remember that every teacher that I had in elementary school pretty much had a piano in their classroom. And that was because they played the piano. And we got to witness that. We got to witness our elders, our teachers, the ones who were up over us every single day playing the piano. And they had us singing. It was like breathing, like we had to sing every day. But I had one teacher in particular in what was it? The first grade? Yeah, first grade, yes. I'll never forget. She was my first Black teacher. Her name was Sybil Bingham. And she was an older lady. And of course, at that age, older is probably the same age I am now. But she was an older lady. And, you know, she played the piano, but then she also played the viola. And I thought that that was so like different because everybody else played the piano, but Miss Bingham played the viola. Therefore, that stuck with me because she was Black like me. Her love of music, you know, just kind of sprinkled onto me, I guess. And I didn't have a desire to play the piano, but in the fourth grade, I picked up that viola and I played it from the fourth grade to the eighth grade. And I don't know if I wasn't that great. I wasn't ready for the concert or anything, but I stuck with it. You know, I even got private lessons later. So with that long story that I just told you that I hope everybody was interested in, what would you say to adults that would like to actually pick up the music again and take on an instrument?
Okay, so I would say the piano is probably the best way to go
Uh-huh.
because with with picking up that instrument, you can learn so many things. You can learn how to tune your voice.
Uh-huh.
You also can learn how to hear, when you hear a pitch, you know the pitch, if you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean. So if like you was to create a song, you're creating a song. If you had a piano and you don't know what key that song is in, you can use the piano to quite like figure out the key that you're in and that you need to tune your voice to. So it can make it easier for you to match pitch with the beat or the instrumental that you're using.
Oh,
So I would tell older adults that's older than me, piano is a great way.
okay.
But
Pianos are great.
since I'm a trombonist, you know, a trombone is the closest thing to a human's voice. So I will always tell people a trombone is my go-to because it's easy, and once you learn it, it's a very good instrument. You know, say if you want to play it at your congregation, it's a very good instrument to play alongside with pianos and drummers and bass guitarists and guitar players. So basically, like in a little show band, as I would say. So yeah,
Wow.
picking up
I never
picking
thought of
up
that.
these
Piano.
instruments is good. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So piano. All right. So now when you say piano, do we got to go buy a piano? Should we get a keyboard from the thrift store? Should you use your iPad? Like, what is the best way to start out doing the piano?
So I would do a keyboard because most pianos can be expensive. But
Yeah.
with a keyboard, you could buy a little small 32 key keyboard,
Hmm.
and that'll be a good fit. And as you get advanced, you go up in keys,
Hmm.
and you would just basically start off there, and then when you get it, you learn how what note is which, and you know from there you can increase your knowledge in keyboard.
Wow. Well, we definitely are listening, especially in these times when people, you know, people still say that they're in the house because of COVID or whatever. You know, I've been out the house the whole time, but yeah, people say that they're in the house. And I think that we should all consider enhancing our skills in many facets of life. And music, we know that music is therapy. We know music is vibrational. We know music can heal. I mean, that's biblical. You know, how the harp was played for King Saul. So we definitely should pick up the music and, you know, start learning some notes and things. I know we're musical people. We listen to music on YouTube, and we got the
Hmm.
SoundCloud and iTunes and all these different apps. But I think that more of us need to consider playing the music. You know, like I said, it's therapeutic and kind of alleviate some of the stress that's been going on with this pandemic situation that we've been placed in. Yeah. So we know that you have a song, a single, and your single, let's see, is it already out on the uh, the platforms? Yes, it is. So Your single is called Give Yahweh the Praise. So we're going to take a little pause for the cause and we're going to listen to this song. This is our brother Emmanuel Robinson and his song, Give Yahweh the Praise. Listen up.
All praise to the Most High. Yah's with us. You gotta give him praise. Come and give him praise for the rest of our days. For the rest of our. You gotta give him praise. Come and give him praise for the rest of our days. For the rest of our. I was called to do the will of the Most High, yeah. So don't be mad at me, cause I would never switch up. Nah, you gotta recognize that I'm trying to stay steadfast on this word. So watch and I pray so the wisdom can be earned, and I would never go back to the way that I was. I'm trying to show the people that the victory is already won. So come and join the way, cause we all have to recognize one day that Yahusha is our king. Yeah, he already reigns. I say Adonai, Adonai, please move through me. So when it's time to do your will, I digress and you increase, because at the end of the day, all I wanna do is be on your side. So I give you all my praise. Yeah, hallelujah. You gotta give him praise. Come and give him praise for the rest of our day. For the rest of our. You gotta give him praise. Come and give him praise for the rest of our day. For the rest of our. Say hallelujah, yeah. Hallelujah, yeah. Hallelujah, yeah. Say hallelujah, yeah. You gotta give him praise. Come and give him praise for the rest of our day. For the rest of our. You gotta give him praise. Come and give him praise for the rest of our day. For the rest of our. When it comes to giving the Most High praise, I'm standing 10 toes down and lifting up his name. Can't nobody come between me and him, because our bond is unique. Every time I fall, he's there to put me back up on my feet. So I gotta keep pushing to not fall again. Sin may come, but I'm rebuking it. The Father got my back, so I gotta trust in him, cause he is the one and the truth that's living, yeah. And we gotta understand that he would never leave you behind. Just change up your ways, you gotta get right now. Trust in Yahuwah, he is a very strong God, and prepare for that day, cause no man knows the time. But ready or not, he gon' come. He's prepared for war against the wicked one. And Satan had his time here up under the sun, but Yah's wrath is finally finna come. Hallelujah, yeah. You gotta give him praise. Come and give him praise for the rest of our day. For the rest of our. You gotta give him praise. Come and give him praise for the rest of our day. For the rest of our. Who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. In heaven. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. In heaven. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. In heaven. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. In heaven.
All right. That was our brother Emmanuel Robinson. Give Yahweh the praise. So tell us, where do you draw inspiration from? Like, is it when you're cooking or outside taking a walk? When does your inspiration come?
Okay, so my inspiration comes when I listen to other people's music and their gift. So when I started to want to create music, I was listening to Eshawn Burgundy
Oh, okay.
and Humble for Yah.
Mm-hmm.
And the way those two use their lyrical, gift, I really appreciated it. And knowing that I have, musical gift and lyrical gift, I wanted to do, I was motivated by them to a sense to start my own journey in music because if I have a gift, I need to use it in some type of way. And the best way to use it to me is for Yah. And that's why I'm created to the song Give Yah the Praise because I feel like we always need to give him the praise when we're up and or when we're down.
Mm-hmm. Now, would you say outside of music, your I guess your fleshly demeanor would be more of a quiet, reserved person, but music makes you kind of not a superhero. I don't want to say that, but it makes you more bold.
Yes, I can say that because yes, it does. It definitely does because I am like quiet and reserved, but I would also add, observative
Okay.
because I tend to observe things. But when in
Okay.
my music, I use those same traits. So I observed like the different type of melodies and the background stuff that people don't hear with the first listen. And that's what motivates me to create better lyrics and helps me find the flow and the hook. So yeah, I'm very confident when I create music.
Okay. Well, that sounds fair. Now, what comes first, the beat or the lyrics?
Um, the beat, most definitely the beat,
Okay.
because you have to feel the beat in order to create the lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
in a sense. So once you have a feel for the beat, the lyrics just come out with ease, and it may not come out all at once, but I may jot some down, and then as I'm repeating that lyric in my mind with the beat, another one comes, and then I jot that one down, and then until I have a complete song.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a good process and good system. I mean, I'm not a songwriter, but hey, I could follow that. Now, who has been your greatest supporter in your musical journey?
Mm. Oh, my friend, her name is Tarazia. I actually met her creating music on the Voicey app because that's why I originally started. Because I started on the Voicey app creating music, and then I transitioned to making my own music. So I would say she is my biggest, supporter because we create music together, and she's my only friend that's not in the world that gives me the best support because I mean my friend group now is not so much on the truth, but I try to plant seeds in them so I don't get much support from them. So I would have to say most definitely Tarazia.
Well, Tarazia is my little sister. So shout out to her for supporting you. She is a wonderful, wonderful sister. And I can see, her supporting you and helping you in your journey. We look forward to hearing the music that you all are making together for y'all. That is a blessing. Wow. I didn't know that. Because she is all the way in Georgia and you are in Texas. That's a good thing. Wonderful. Well, praise y'all for that. I'm not gonna blow y'all up and then tell all your business, but okay. That that's a blessing. Well, we definitely again shout out Sister Taraja. I've interviewed her too on Wani Community Focus. She is a gifted sister in gardening and she likes to make food and make different oils and creams and butters and she just is
Yes.
a very, very smart naturistic lady. I really enjoy her much. I'm gonna have to give her a call. Wow. Okay. Well, let's see. So you said that you drew some inspiration from Eshawn Burgundy. Can you tell us, because you have this single here, can you tell us what artist you would like to collaborate with to make music?
Um, well, the two are named already. Humble for Yah or Annabelle and Eshawn Burgundy.
Okay.
Another one would be So that's a hard choice because there's so many set apart artists out there.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Shadira.
Shadira. I don't know who that is. That a woman or a man?
It's a male.
Okay, Shadira. I need to look him up. I don't know who that is. Well, we have connections here at Wani Radio, so we definitely can reach out to some artists at times and make that happen. I like to think that I have a great ability to do that sometimes. But yeah, hopefully they will hear this show and reach out to you to make a collaboration. That would be wonderful. So what do you plan on doing here in the future? You've got this single. Are you planning on doing a full album, or are you going to put out a bunch of singles? What are you going to do?
So I am planning on doing a full album, and I'm working on that now.
Okay.
It's just a process with finding time for it because of work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually free on the weekends, so I do most of my musical work on the weekends.
Okay.
So I've been working hard on it. That's what I can say.
Okay. Well, do you feel pretty confident right now putting everything out?
No, I wouldn't say right now. Maybe in like 3 months, 3 to 6 months. Yeah.
Okay. So just the whole process. Okay. Well, that totally makes sense. Well, we are definitely excited to support you and all that you are doing, and may your endeavors be blessed. We want to make sure that we let everyone know where they can listen to your music. What platforms are you on?
So as of right now, I'm currently on Spotify, Apple Music, and SoundCloud.
Okay, perfect. That is wonderful. And how do they find you on these platforms?
You can go to my Instagram. I have linked my song in my bio on Instagram. It's Emmanuel, AMANU_E1. Okay.
Well, that is perfect. Well, we hope everyone listening will reach out and listen to Brother Emmanuel Robinson. Hopefully you are blessed by his sound, and hopefully you will share it with your friends.
When I hear it, my body, soul, and mind get excited. That's the spirit. The flesh is suffocating in the lines. And how you gonna lead and be blind? I'm tired of the wickedness, tired of the wicked. I'm walking through the valley, not a comfortable position. But Abba told me once, so I'ma go and be a witness. Darkness all around, but I refuse to play the victim. Yeah, I wanna be righteous. Yeah, I'm chasing for that righteousness. I wanna be right with you. I'm seeking him for righteousness. Yeah. I'm Daniel in the lion's den. Yeah. I really get inspired when I hear it. Yeah. I'm flowing, get excited in the spirit. Yeah. I'm seeking him for righteousness. Yeah. I'm Daniel in the lion's den. Yeah. I really get inspired when I hear it. Yeah. I'm flowing, get excited in the spirit. Yeah. I really love you, Abba. Yeah, I say it daily. Wake up in the morning, sun shining on you, babies. I put my hands high, cause you saved me. Forever in shalom, I'ma follow where you take me. I'm loving what you do and I'm preparing for the fire. I'ma follow your commands and take a stand on the side. But in the end, when you come, I guarantee I'm gon' cry. Go and seek Abba's face and keep doing what's required. Yeah.